Number one, how can a man or a woman cope with a backsliding partner? You know, two people got married as Christians, but along the line, one of them just decided to go the other way around. And how can one do? It could be a woman, it could be the wife, it could be the husband. So how can someone deal with that as a Christian? I will call Daddy, or should I make it open? Maybe anyone that wants to contribute, or just call names. I should make it open today. Yeah. Okay, I should not call. Okay. Okay, Mommy, Pastor, Mrs. Okay, they say I shouldn't call names. Sorry. Sorry. Mike, is Mike? Okay, Mike. Let me see. Yes. Yes?
Praise the name of the Lord.
Hallelujah.
If we get married as Christians, by God's grace, we should remain as Christians. And if we listen to what Pastor Akipelu said earlier on, if we are able to go through those stages, because marriage is a building. You just don't jump the queue. We have to follow it step by step, having the foundation as the Lord Jesus Christ. Because in the first place, God instituted marriage. If along the way, God forbid, a partner backslides, the Bible tells us, even though in 1 Corinthians chapter 7 and verse 13, it says, and if a woman has an unbelieving husband, because when the man has backslidden at that stage, he becomes an unbeliever. The Bible says, and he consents to live with her, she should not leave nor divorce him. For the unbelieving husband is set apart. I'm using the Amplified Version. In brackets I have separated, withdrawn from eating contamination and afflicted with the Christian people. By union with this consecrated, set apart wife, and the unbelieving wife is set apart and separated through union with her consecrated husband. Otherwise, your children will be unclean, unblessed, hidden outside the Christian covenant. But as it is, they are prepared for God, pure and clean. In summary, what I would say is, if the man is backsliding, we have to pray. Prayer will be the foundation. Then apart from prayer, we have to show the example. If we listen to that and refer still to Pastor Akipelu's administration, it shouldn't be the time of criticizing, the time of, telling him how good and how pious you are. It should be the time of bringing forth the fruit of righteousness, showing what it is to be a Christian. And as we do this sincerely, because God searches the heart, God is able to restore that heart. Praise the name of the Lord.
Thank you, ma'am. Does anyone have anything to say among the panelists? Okay, Daddy, just 1 or 2 minutes, because we have a few questions to answer.
I will just read from the book of 1 Peter chapter 3, and from verse 1. It says, wives, in the same way, be submissive to your husband, so that if any of them do not believe the word, they may be won over without words by the behavior of their wives. Now, the Bible mentions wives here, but it could be the husband. It's just like what Pastor Obumaide had just said. The example, I've seen an example of that. And, the man actually tested this woman to the limit, to the extent that if the woman is going for the virgin, he will say, what are you going to eat? He will say, not now. But when the woman is ready, he will say, I want pounded yam. And by the time the woman is finishing pounded yam, he will tell the children to go and lock the gate. So, but eventually, because of the behavior and the reaction, eventually the man came back to the Lord and is taken to them.
Praise the Lord. Actually, that is what I want to say, that the scripture says in that 1 Peter, that by our behavior we can win. It's not easy to live with a partner that has gone the other way around. Honestly, when it comes to practical, it's not really easy. But the thing is that the one that is still in the Lord will be prayerful, must have patience, and must have faith. that partner will be drawn back, and the Lord will help us in Jesus' name. I have we have few questions, and I still want to make it open. There is this question on finance I want to ask now, and how can a man or a wife deal with a partner who keeps on accumulating debt on behalf of the family? It could be the wife. Any of these questions, it could be the man or the wife or the wife. So how can maybe Pastor Fuwa sorry, they say I shouldn't mention him. I'm so sorry. How can you deal with a partner that keeps on accruing debts on behalf of the family?
Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
Everything we do in life, we've been told by the Bible that we should always pray, provide. Now, when two people come together as husband and wife, it's like when you are building a foundation of a house, and the way it's being built right from the beginning, that is how strong or how weak the foundation of that building will be. Praise the Lord. Now, example is another one. When you buy a car, you buy it newly, and then the first day you drive it, if you drive it very fast, you train that car with speed. That's the kind of service it will be given to you thereafter. Quote me. Now, when you have a wife, and then we're talking about finances, you see, the Amos 3:3 tells us, can two walk together except they both agree? Now, at the inception of your marriage, what has been the agreement at the inception of your marriage? Now, if you agree together that we are going to be doing things together, obviously that process will continue to go. But I've seen a lot of marriages here. Even I've seen a lot of people whereby a woman will be building a house somewhere, and then the husband will not even know they are building houses or they are building anything anywhere. This will not go well in any marriage. That means there is no trust, there is no agreement. For all I know, if there is an agreement at the beginning, there will be a kind of situation where things will be going on smoothly. You have to agree together. If you discover that, well, your wife is not actually doing, or going by the agreement, or the husband is not going by the agreement, you go back again, to the inception and start to pray over it. Praise the Lord.
Mommy, you have one or two things.
I want to contribute to what my husband just said. In marriage, you both have to agree, as he has said. But again, you have to look at what are the reasons why this person is accumulating debt on behalf of the family. Is the husband not contributing enough? Because most people that accumulate debt are the women. Probably the husband is not contributing enough. If it's on behalf of the family, not for a personal reason. I'm thinking as a woman now, and as a woman of God. If the man is not contributing, why is he not contributing? If the man is not doing the job that is giving him enough finance, enough money to come home with, why? If you can address, because sometimes in my language they'll say, well, you are not looking at the beginning, you're not looking at the foundation, you're not looking at the reasons why this person is accumulating this debt. We have to look at the reasons why she's doing it or why he is doing it. Then if you now check, then you now go into prayer and say, okay, if you are earning £1,000, you as a woman, the man is earning £1,000, put the 2,000 together, check what that is important, which is most time is the shelter, the house, the food, and the important things that you need, the basic needs that you need. Once you've taken those ones off, the remaining, you should plan on it. Instead of going to add more debt, or if you are buying things that you are not supposed to buy, you look into that and stop it. Then both of you will pray together. Prayer of agreement is very important between husband and wife.
Praise the Lord, man. What of you? Because you said something, a key thing that you have to know why. Okay, you discover that your wife is just buying unnecessary things.
Yes.
And she keeps on putting the family into debt.
Yes.
And you keep on telling her, all these things are not necessary. And she refuses. And you find out that with what she has been buying in the house, it's affecting the family finances. How does a man deal with that kind of a woman?
You need counseling. You must have, in every church, you must have someone, you know,
okay, ma, sorry, ma, because this is interactive session. Assuming you've reported to your pastor, even friends or family, and she still continues, how do you deal with it?
You take it to God.
Okay.
That's
Praise the Lord.
We take it to God.
Praise
He's
the
the only
Lord.
one that will solve it.
Okay, praise the Lord. Does anyone have anything to do? That's woman own. You know, the other side, if it's a man, like mommy said, everything we have, because we are Christians. You know, all these things we are dealing today is different from if you are talking about people who are not Christians. This is a Christian gathering. Somebody was asking, is the seminar? I say it's for Christians. So anything we say today, we are looking at it in perspective of what the scripture, what God says. So the Lord will help us in Jesus' name. Mommy, do you want to say one or two things before we go into the next question? We will still ask the audience to ask questions.
Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
What I just want to say is that
yeah, we really need to look into the cause
Yes.
of going into debts. And my experience is that it may be due to our nature. Some people, they are very nice, they want to buy gifts, they want to be nice, they want to just make sure that everything is okay, even with the family, with the in-laws, they want to be this how they want to be, they just want to be good, you know, it's just out of their nature. So, and I believe that is one of the major problems. Apart from buying things into the family, you know, buy food, all those things, they are not really the problem, but sometimes it's just our nature. That's why I want to do this, I want to, you know, just to make things right. So when we decide that, okay, this thing is coming out of my nature, then we need to try as much as possible to go to look before the Lord and to change our nature. We need to try.
Okay, our nature can be changed. Is that what mommy is saying?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I think we can change. There must be a change. We are able to change that attitude.
You know, there's one issue about the issue of spending money. We all come from different backgrounds. There are times that the husband will come from a background that they are very generous, they are givers. While the wife is from a family that they hardly give out. And so when such man, a man from a background that they are very generous, they give out, marries a woman from a background that they hardly give, there is bound to be problems. But the thing, what I feel, okay, I've been cautioned not to put my own, you know, what I feel is that there is need to, you know, agree, because we are coming from different backgrounds. So if you are telling somebody don't give, she or she will just be looking at you that is it wrong to give out? Meanwhile, somebody doesn't give. If you are asking to give, he will look at you, what should I give? So I think there's need to really merge it. There's need to, I don't know whether I'm making points, you know, because we come from different backgrounds. And this thing at times, you know, it's from where we grew up, from our orientation. Because you find out that you'll be wondering, why is this one behaving like this? We never think that there's a kind of traditions that person is really coming from, which always affect us. The Lord will help us in Jesus' name. Shall we? Okay, Daddy, 1 minute before I go to the next. Okay.
Just to add to what, this is a personal experience just between me and my wife. When we married 30 years ago, and then when I met her, I actually come from a background like what Pastor Mrs. have just said right now. In our family is so compact that it's only within us. We don't look outside. But when I met her, I realized that, well, I have to start giving. So it seems you are ministering unto me, actually. But though I have changed, for those who know me. And ironically, I come from a place where the moment they hear where I come from, they know, yes, you are from there, man, Ijebuma.
You know, there's one thing in this issue of spend. Okay.
You're right. by and large, I've changed. But at the same time, my wife actually, like what you are saying, she came from a place where they are so generous. But I came from a place where we are so tight-fisted. So, but when we now come together, you can see we met ourselves in the middle now. So I don't think there's anyone that is as generous as me now. If I have something, so praise the Lord.
Hallelujah. I think let's go to because we have 2 more questions and I don't want to take our time. We really want to be disciplined. Should a man divorce his wife because she's a witch? Yes. You know, these questions are from real life experiences. You just wake up suddenly and there are so many manifestations and you apart from people telling you had so many things are happening, and there are even some cases that the wife will confess to be a witch. And there are cases that they don't, you just tell you I'm not a witch, but you see all the manifestations there. So should a man divorce his wife because she's a witch? Daddy, okay, I will still come back to my own introduction because my husband is here, Mr. Olainka, but I will do the general introduction later. Mr. Kayode, yes.
Yeah, praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
Praise the living Jesus.
Hallelujah.
The answer is capital no.
Okay.
Because when you are taking the oath, it's been embedded there that whether come rain, shine, or whatever, when most of us were saying it, we didn't even know the implications there. It was me, my personal experience was it was after my marriage I took that pamphlet again. I read it and I saw that I've gotten myself into a kind of bondage. Although willingly, because I was so happy then, even to be in that kind of bondage. But if you look at it very well and you understand the implications of it, you know that you can't get out. You cannot get out. That is the basic. So, but how to deal with it now is you go into prayers. Then number one, how did you know the person is a witch? That's the first point. Second, if you are convinced.
Because, like I said, these are real life experiences. We have had cases that the wife will say, yes.
I'm a witch.
Yes. When things start happening and there are some questions and say yes, even though the husband never knew and they've been married for years. And we have seen cases, even with all the manifestations. You know, when there is a witch in the house, there are manifestations. Don't let us deny it. And you know, there are cases that the wife will say no. And you will, even you will see that people, everybody will tell you, you have to do something. So, in those cases, what should somebody do? You know, I'm coming to the fact that most of the time we say women are witches. But there are times that you find out that your husband goes into occult. You know, how does a wife deal with that? But let's talk about the wife. Now, that's why I said there are so many questions. How do you deal with that? And Daddy has said, because I don't want to take our time, you said no. You know, another thing I want you to clarify, sir, is the issue of bondage. Because there are some perceptions we have. If you say bondage, I want you to clarify that, sir.
Yes, yeah. My clarification of that bondage is positive one.
Okay, what can bondage be positive?
Yes.
Let's see, this is interactive.
Bondage, the meaning of my bondage is something you can't get out of.
Okay. What God has joined together. Praise the Lord. Thank you, Daddy. We are grateful. You know, we really need to know I understand, because there are times somebody will say something you may not understand. So thank you, Daddy.
Yeah, so that people will really understand what I meant. That's the language people understand.
Yeah, okay.
But when you are saying what God has put together, let no man, they will think maybe one witches or something. So this is somewhere wanted to put you asunder or something. No. But you yourself can put yourself asunder as well. So that's why I say it's a bondage, so that you know that
you can't get out.
No, there's no reverse.
Praise the Lord.
You can't look back.
Hallelujah.
So dealing with it, you have to become a prayer warrior.
The husband has to become a prayer warrior. Yes. Okay.
It's time to exercise your authority.
Yeah, I was just going to say it's time to exercise your authority
Oh, thank you.
as a believer.
But yes.
There's no need to divorce her.
Okay.
Because you take it to a court of law, you have to prove that she's a witch. And there's no evidence, there's no physical or tangible proof that a woman is a witch.
Okay.
So you exercise your authority as a man, as the head of the house, and rebuke that spirit the same way Jesus did, and then enjoy your marriage.
Praise the Lord. You know, I don't know, maybe we have enough time. I just want to give you a real life experience. A man divorced his wife after 30 years. And what happened was that after about 25 years, he was told that the wife was a witch. Let me just use the word. And then the pastors were saying, and there were so many issues in the home. And eventually the pastor counseled the man that for him not to be attacked again, he has to divorce the wife. That the ground for the wife to be attacking, because the man was going through a lot of spiritual attacks, he has so many problems. And he said the way he can be free from all this attack is to divorce the wife. So that's why we are saying, and I said there are some, you know, there are some counseling that are very demonic. You know, and I say, if you, like you said, man, I think the most important, I don't want us to waste time on this session. The most important is to exercise your authority. The Lord said he has given us dominion of power over everything that the Lord has made. And then where is our believers' authority? The Lord will help us in Jesus' name. 1 minute, because we have 2 more questions on this in this session. Yes.
Please, my foundation is if we are talking as Christians,
Yes.
every decision we have to take will be based on the word of God.
That's
So
right.
if there is no divorce where God is concerned in the Bible, when Jesus was answering that question about divorce in Matthew chapter 19,
Yes.
there wasn't anything about witchcraft. So as Christians, even the witch, you don't have any authority to divorce that way. Another thing is this issue of we going for counseling. The Bible tells us about the Berean Christians. They search the scriptures. Most of the times we go for counseling, we don't know what the Bible is saying. So that whatsoever thing you are told, you just take it. But at the end of the day, you will stand as an individual before God to answer for yourself. So you are not going to say, like Eve said, it's the serpent. The serpent is the woman you gave me. The woman you gave, Adam said that. God is not going to listen to all those, this one said, the other one didn't say. You know the Bible. Take time to study the Bible, and whatsoever advice or counseling we are getting, let it be based on the word of God.
Amen. Thank you, man. We'll just go to the last one, which is on the topic of sex in marriage. How can a Christian wife or husband cope with sexual starvation without going into adultery or sexual defilement, like masturbation? You know, at times when you are starved, you want to have pleasure, and your husband or your wife is denying you. You want to do so. That's why so many people go into masturbation. I've had cases of that where the woman is deprived and she has to just continue to masturbate. So how can someone deal with that when you are being deprived or you are being starved of sex in marriage? Let's be practical here. How do you deal with that? Panelists, anyone can answer that.
I believe it's a sin for any couple, any member of the family.
Yes, we know, because the Bible says do not defraud yourself.
Yes.
But mom, what we are saying now is that this is a case that you are being defrauded. For one reason or the other, the husband just said he will not touch you again, or the wife just said,
There
my
must be a reason.
Yes.
He must have a reason why he said that. Maybe
Yes.
the woman is being caught of adultery, or the man is not faithful to her. That's why she's denying the husband of touching. But both of you should speak together. In marriage, you have to communicate. Communication in every aspect of our life is important. When both of you don't communicate, when you don't speak to each other, ask each other, what is going on? Don't hide from each other. If he is hiding from you, you go to him. If your husband doesn't want to, have anything to do with you, go to meet him. Change whatever you are wearing before. Maybe your pajamas is too old, or he doesn't like it, and he doesn't know how to tell you, or you don't have a shower before you go to bed, or something is smelling to him. You change all those things. Put a nice perfume, wear something sexy, and you look for him.
So the
Go
key
around the house with him. You will definitely want to do something because he married you and he loved you before you got together. There must be a reason. If there's no reason, then there's no how he will deny.
Praise the Lord. So the most important thing is to know why,
Yes.
and then to address it.
Then you address it.
Thank you. God bless you.
It could be spiritual, sorry.
Okay, I'm still going to that. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Talk, mommy. Yes.
It
Yes.
could be spiritual. That man could have a husband, a wife,
Yes,
a spiritual wife. And then I'll go back to Pastor Akinpelu's, talk this earlier on. If we are going to go through those 7 stages we talked about, instead of going into the time of criticism, the love in me will compel me. This man wasn't like this before. So what is the problem? And spiritually we deal with it.
Praise the Lord.